There are films that scream for your attention, and then there are films like Train Dreams that wait patiently for you to notice them, only to haunt you long after the credits roll. Directed by Clint Bentley and adapted from Denis Johnson's celebrated novella, this is a piece of cinema that feels less like a movie and more like a memory you didn't know you had. To understand the texture of this film, one must understand its creation. Despite its sweeping emotional scope, this was not a bloated studio production. It was produced by Black Bear and acquired by Netflix for roughly $10 million. The film is a testament to the power of limitation. Rather than relying on green screens, the production grounded itself in the tactile reality of Washington State. Filming took place in the rugged terrains near Snoqualmie and Medellin Falls, where the crew battled mud, rain, and cold to build physical sets, logging camps and cabins that feel lived in and weathered. This adherence to practical filmmaking provides a gritty foundation that allows the story's more mystical elements to take flight. At the center of this rugged landscape is Robert Grainier, played with soul-shattering quietness by Joel Edgerton. Grainier is not a hero in the traditional sense. He is a laborer, a logger, and eventually, a hermit. He is a man who defines himself by the work of his hands, chopping trees and building bridges for the very railroads that will eventually accelerate the world beyond his understanding. The film serves as a biography of an ordinary man who endures extraordinary sorrow. Early in the narrative, Grainier loses his wife, Gladys, and their infant daughter to a catastrophic fire, a tragedy that cleaves his life in two. Grainier's journey is not one of revenge or redemption, but of endurance. We watch him age as the decades roll by, his beard graying and his gait stiffening. He becomes a man who exists in the spaces between, witnessing the modernization of America from the periphery. His experiences are a blend of the brutally real and the eerily supernatural. He holds conversations with memories, sees wolves that might be spirits, and wrestles with a loneliness so profound it becomes a character in itself. It is a portrait of a man trying to make sense of a universe that took everything from him without explanation. While Edgerton carries the weight of the film, he is buoyed by a cast that works together with remarkable harmony. Felicity Jones, Gladys, appears mostly in memories and dreams, yet her chemistry with Edgerton in the early scenes is so warm and tender that her absence leaves a physical ache in the rest of the film. Supporting turns from William H. Macy and Carrie Condon provide the grit of the community surrounding Grainier. Reports from the set described an ego-free environment, where the actors and crew functioned like a single organism to survive the harsh filming conditions. This unity translates to the screen. No performance feels showy. They simply are the people of the valley. The transition from Grainier's internal isolation to the visual language of the film is seamless, thanks to the cinematography of Adolfo Veloso. The film is presented in a square aspect ratio, a bold artistic choice that defines the viewing experience. While squarer frames are currently in vogue in high-end cinema, here the choice is not merely a trend, it is a narrative necessity. The narrow frame accentuates the towering height of the Douglas firs and the steep ravines, making the human characters appear small and vulnerable against the majesty of nature. Portraiture forces the audience to focus entirely on the faces of the actors. There is nowhere for the eye to wander, creating an inescapable intimacy with Grainier's grief. That format subconsciously evokes the feeling of early 20th century photography, reinforcing the idea that we are looking through a window into a lost time. Also, the lighting matches this philosophy, utilizing natural light, sun, fire, and kerosene lamps, to create a chiaroscuro effect that renders the film like a moving oil painting. Train Dreams is a deep, philosophical, and unashamedly melancholic drama. It is a high-quality art film that rejects the frantic pacing of modern life in favor of a slow, river-like flow. It explores how we remember the dead, how civilization encroaches on the wild, and how a single life, no matter how quiet, contains an entire universe. It is a difficult watch due to its emotional weight, but a rewarding one. It is the kind of film you will want to watch again, not to catch missed plot points, but to re-immerse yourself in its haunting, beautiful atmosphere.